But to make friends, I'll say this: you need to go for it. You can't just stay in the corner quiet and just wait for someone to come up to you and adopt you. And sometimes that works. It has worked for me before, but you can't depend on it. You have to, if you want friends, you have to walk up to people, and you can like be quiet for a bit, and then not scan, I don't want to say that word, but look around and see, oh, that person's cool, I think I want to be friends with them, and you walk up to them. You have to go for it. You need to, you just have to do it. I don't know. Hi guys, I'm Martin, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about film school, which I am officially 1 month deep in. So yeah, let's get into it. Honestly, it's exactly how I thought it would be. I think usually it's the other way around, like, oh, you have this idea, this image of what your major will be like in your head, and then it's usually different, and no, it's not what you expect. But yeah, these weeks have been exactly how I thought they would be. I started the couple first weeks kind of burned out because I hadn't been doing anything for 6 months, because high school ended in like November-ish, December, and then my classes started in April, which is exactly a month ago, in case you know math. I was already sick and tired of doing nothing at home waiting for class to start. The change of routine was very sudden, and it caught me off guard. So I think that's why I was so, I don't know what the word would be, just not loving it. But it's getting better. I guess I'm getting used to it, and that's really nice. I think my favorite class would be the script writing one. And you guys probably don't know this. I don't know if it's more universal or if it's specific to here, but the way we do it, it's like in the first semester we make a 1 minute long short film, and then in the second, I don't know if it's the second or the third, but they grow as you go through the semesters. So this semester we're making a 1 minute long one, and then there's 5 minutes long, there's 15, I think. But yeah, and then we already wrote the script for the 1 minute long one, and we have like, I think there's 28 people in my class, so not all the scripts are gonna be properly filmed, because you can't do all of them. But so they like vote, like us, the students, we vote on which one we're gonna choose to film. I really hope they pick mine, because I really like it. It was very creative. I thought I would stress way more on what to wear every day, because back in high school we had uniforms, so I didn't have to think about it. I would just put on uniform and go about my day. But it's actually hasn't been that hard. I have this thing where if I start thinking too much, I get stuck, and let's say like I need to go, like I'm late, and then I think, oh, I'm just gonna wear this, and then I think, oh, but maybe I should wear that, but this one doesn't look as good as, and then I just am done. I'm stuck, and I'll take even longer. So I learned it about myself, that if I just pick one, I go, I dress, and I leave, it's fine. I don't fixate on it too much. And I think that's growth for me. Something else I want to cover is friendships, specifically in college. I think I've said this before in another video, but I'm someone who's very stuck in my ways. I try not to be. I don't mean it like, oh, I'm this way and I'm not gonna change for nothing, because do reevaluate myself a lot and try to change. But I think that's just, I don't know, in my nature. And so if I have a very stable group of friends, my some part of me doesn't want to change that, doesn't want to like, oh, but now we're in college, so let's make more friends. I don't need more friends, you know. I don't know why I think like that, and I don't want to think like that. So that's why I think I haven't like befriended a lot of people in my class, and not in like an antisocial way, you know. Because I did make some friends. There's this one girl that I befriended very quickly, and we have been like a duo ever since. But I haven't like befriended a lot of other people, you know. We're like acquaintances, like, oh yeah, that's Martin, he's cool, I guess. I don't know what that is. So that's something to think about. And I'm not like a big group kind of person. I've never been one. I think I function way more if like lesser people. The more I function, you know. It's like if I'm in a group with 10 people and we're all, you know, having a one big conversation, I'm probably not going to talk much. And sometimes because I don't have anything to say and everyone's just saying what I'm thinking, so why would I add it? Why is that? But if I'm like with 2 people, if I'm with just one-on-one, or if I'm just here by myself talking to my phone, I don't shut the fuck up, you know. I think there's a lot of people who relate to that. It's not a me thing. I'm not that special, but it is something I notice, and it's been like that for a very long time. But to make friends, I'll say this: you need to go for it, you know. You can't just stay in the corner quiet and just wait for someone to come up to you and, you know, adopt you. And you know, sometimes that works. It has worked for me before, but you can't depend on it, you know. You have to, if you want friends, you have to walk up to people, and you can like be quiet for a bit and then, you know, not scan, I don't want to say that word, but you know, look around and see, oh, that person's cool, I think I want to be friends with them. And you walk up to them. You have to go for it. You need to, you know, you just have to do it. I don't know. And especially in the college sense, if you're both freshmen, it's so easy. Because you know, you're both lost. No one knows what they're doing yet. No one has groups formed probably. And you know, it's very easy to relate to each other and, you know, build something quick. That's how I made the friend that I talked about. Because on the first day, literally first day, I was the first one to arrive to the classroom, so I was alone. And then she was the second one, so I just walked up and said, hi, you're a freshman, right? And then she said yes, and then we introduced each other, and then we just went with it. And it took like minimal effort. I don't know how that happened, but you know, it's the walking up to people. You know, I say this not to be like, oh, I know about this and you have to listen to me. This is advice that I also need to take, because I don't just walk up to a lot of people. I'm not a natural when it comes to socializing. I've gotten way better, especially since the pandemic. But you know, it doesn't come naturally to me. I need to be active. So I need to take this advice as well. But so should you. So listen to me. I have some classmates in film school that are very like educated and they know about film. Like they know about film. I don't. Like I love film. I think it's such a cool thing. I want to work with it. I want to be an actor. But you know, I'm very good at not watching films I was supposed to watch years ago, like the classics. You know, most of the films I watch that I like watching are modern, or like new stuff that comes out. And like, I don't know, current pop culture. And not that that's a bad thing, it's just, you know, and you think of a stereotypical film student, you think of those like not nerdy, but like condescending people who are like, oh, you haven't watched this movie from 1907 about a fucking grape, and you know, shut the fuck up. Thankfully, I haven't encountered any of those. There's no one in my class who's like condescending and annoying. But some of them are very educated and they know about films, like very old films. And I'm starting to learn more about them because I have one class, it's history of cinema. So we watch a lot of the old films, like the really old ones, the silent ones, the black and white. Also, we don't have a campus like those from the movies where you have a roommate and you live in this place with only students. And I wish we had that because I feel like that would be so cool, you know. You know, you have your room and you decorate it a little bit, you put some pictures on the wall, literally like movie stuff, and you have a roommate. And I feel like a roommate situation is so like 50-50. It can go really well or really bad, and either way I think it's a really, I don't know, fun way to spice up like the boring days. You know, I live at home, the same home I lived in high school, so sometimes it feels very, I don't know if the word would be stagnant, maybe, but you know, it's like same home, same me. But I guess my advice for people who want to go to film school or, you know, are thinking about that would be, that's crazy, like I've been in college for 1 month and I think I can give advice, but I'm giving it anyway. Would be to, I guess, be open, be very open, because like, you know, especially for the introverts, because I am an introvert by soul, and it's something I know how it feels, is, you know, you need to be open to new people, you need to be open to new everything, to be honest. And I think not just for film school, but for college in general and for life in general, you need to be open to new things and to different stuff. And I think cinema is very built on connection, you know. From being on sets and from hearing stories, I can tell that you can go really far, especially when talking production and already the shooting parts of films. You can get really far by asking for stuff, like what's the word in English? Sponsorships? Is that, or just sponsors? I don't know. You know, you can get places to sponsor you. You can get people to help you. People who have, oh, you have this, and I kind of need to use it in my film. Can we use it? You know, you get really far by asking people for things, and I think that might apply to life in general as well. You can go far if you know, ask people for stuff. You just go for it. If you like, oh, I need this, and you have it, can I use it? No shame in it. I saw someone, I was watching a video about The Artist Way. It's like a book that helps people, artists specifically, you know, channel their best self when it comes to art. It's the stuff that Dochi used to get like really in tune with herself. It's pretty cool. It said that like the people that get the most ahead, I'm gonna chop this so much because I don't remember, but you know, the people that get the most ahead aren't the most talented, are the ones that have the most, like, what's the word? It was one word that fit perfectly, but I'm gonna just say like have the guts to go for it, you know, and have the audacity. They have the audacity to go for it. That was it. You have the audacity to walk up to someone and be friends with them, to ask for something, to collaborate with them, to do anything. You have to be audacious. You have to have audacity in your life. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this video for those who watch it. You have to have audacity. You need to ask for things. You need to go for the things you want, no matter what. Not no matter what, because you have to take into consideration, you know, other people around you. I don't think that like toxic, oh, I need to think about me and I don't care, is not a good way to live. You have to think about that. But if your lack of movement and trust in yourself is limiting the way you evolve, you need to have more audacity. You need to just go for it. And like I said, this is advice I also need to take. I'm letting some wisdom that I didn't know I have. Okay, should I do like, oh, maybe like 6 months deep into college, like a year, 2 year? That's very far ahead, I don't know. But I think that would be a cool way of, documenting how I feel about it, because it's 4 years in total. So I think that's a good idea. You guys might hear more about it soon. And honestly, I don't know where I want to take this channel. I honestly I get the idea to talk about something, and then I find a way to film, and then I film, and then I post it, regardless if anyone's watching. But it's really fun to do. I love just talking to my phone. It's very, very social. Do I have anything else to talk about? I don't think I do. I might have to let you guys go now. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. If you have any questions about film school and anything else that I can help you with, feel free to comment. Go for it. I love talking to people. And yeah, do the YouTube stuff, like the video or something. And yeah, I think that's it. Bye.